Welcome to the E3 2019 predictions. It's finally time. There's some super chill Animal Crossing music in the back. I don't know how loud it is, but it's there. I'm gonna check this real quick. Yes, it is there. I'm gonna keep it kind of chill in the back. It's not gonna be loud, cause you know, E3 2019, everyone. My favorite time of the year for obvious reasons. It's a bunch of games that can announce. There's a bunch of companies, and it's just one of my favorite times of the year, without a doubt. Probably like second favorite of Christmas, because everything's hype and fun. All right. I'm actually really loving this Animal Crossing music. All right. We don't wait a couple minutes. Then get into it. Now, typically, I would do this in the form of an Idiots podcast, but, or like a podcast in general, but that's just, I don't know, things just aren't working right now, if that makes sense. I don't know. Whatever, right? Also, I wanted to get a guest, but it just didn't work out, so I'm just doing this solo. Because, it'll be fun regardless. It's probably going to be pretty short. Then again, every time I say short, it usually goes like past an hour, which is kind of short for a stream, honestly. But with like my style, not really. That's just kind of how I work. So E3, this year, I mean, it's gonna be usually like more of the same. But Sony is not going to be at the C3, so there's going to be no predictions for that. Obviously, predictions is pretty much just like what we want. I will give some legitimate. Yeah, so it's it's the title says it all, right? Predictions, hopes, and dreams. Mainly, I'll just be talking about like what I want. Honestly, I will give realistic predictions of what's actually likely. So we'll see with that. It starts technically tomorrow, which is Friday. This is kind of late. No, it hasn't started yet, and it really doesn't kick off till Sunday because that's when Microsoft starts. So. Sorry, I was checking the audio one more time. I'm pretty sure EA is going tomorrow, and it's EA. I mean, they're going to talk about the new Star Wars game, probably, which actually looks cool, The Fallen Order. So far, what we've heard of it. So, I'm actually kind of hopeful for that. But besides that, E3 always has a bad stream presentation, because, I'm hopeful. I mean, you never know. They could pull through. Oh, I mean, I guess we're shutting into it, so let's just go. So, yeah, like I said already, with EA, there's going to be definitely a talk on the Star Wars game, the Jedi Fallen Order, I think it's called. So that could be good. EA, they made Battlefront 1 and 2, the new ones. I've only played Battlefront 1. It was, obviously, it's not that good, The concept of them being brought back seemed great, but it just wasn't executed well. Now, the second one is better than the first one from what I've heard, so I'd probably enjoy the second one, but still, at the same time, I still don't know what they're doing with like the microtransactions whole thing. I don't know. I just completely wasn't into those games. Whatever. So yeah, but this is not about Franken. This is an original game. I think they've probably learned hopefully they've learned their lesson. Like I said, they did improve from the first one to the second one, so they can definitely take even more of the criticism from the second one and make a better, solo game. This is not going to be a multiplayer game. We know that for sure. I don't believe we've seen any gameplay. So, to be completely honest, there's only ups for looking for this game right now. But like I said, it's not going to have a multiplayer mode. It's going to be single player only, which is probably good, so they can put all their focus into that. Don't know how long this has been in development, because it was just announced like a couple months ago, and it's releasing later this year. We know that. I'm pretty sure, actually. I'll have to probably check on that. I can't speak too much on it. I do want to go a bit into the each game so I can, get some, make the whole stream longer. So yeah, they're definitely gonna talk about that. They're probably gonna talk about more FIFA and Madden. No one watching E3 cares about. That's more for like casual, like gaming fans, and that's perfectly fine. Like it's not it's not like a bad thing. It's just no one watches E3 to see the new Madden games. Nobody does. Okay, and FIFA. They'll probably surprise us with like a couple of, like indie titles or something. I can't say too much on E3 on EA because I'm not a big fan. But I'm not one of those EA bad people. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're completely terrible. I mean, they've done some good things. I'm not one of those people. I don't hate EA. I just not a fan. It's just not for me. Also, just to say now, I do want to get into I do want to get into rumors. I'll probably do that after predictions and just discuss rumors because that'll be fun too. Okay, so I'm sorry I'm talking kind of weird. I'm just trying to scroll through Twitter so I can get to the and the internet so I can get to the schedule. All right, I got it. So that's EA. Sorry, that's really short, but it's EA. Sunday, Microsoft is going up. Now, I'm gonna get to the way. It's kind of weird. E3 has fallen on a weird time for me this year. Typically, it's when I'm already out of school, but it's still going on. It's by the time I'm out of school, which is next Friday. It'll already be done. So, I mean, it's a strange time for it to fall on. Like Nintendo's conference, it's gonna be, at noon when I'm in school, and it's never. This is like the first time there's ever been like, I mean, there have been presentations like after school before, but there's never one during. So it's gonna be it's weird. All right. So yes, let's go back to Microsoft. What can we say about Microsoft? I'll get to the obvious game later. I want to talk about some other stuff. So Microsoft, look. I mainly play on Xbox, like Xbox One and Switch. Those are like my main consoles, really. I know a lot of people don't like Microsoft. I can understand why people don't. But personally, I'm actually a big fan of Microsoft, right? So, when... It's just... I feel like with Microsoft, it's really either hit or miss. So, like... They have like a good mix. Like last year, they revealed something like 75 new titles, or it was not 75. It was a crazy number. I think it was something like they had a crazy amount of reveals. It was both indie and first party games. It was almost like a good mix, but I can hardly see. The thing is, I can hardly remember a lot of those games. As much as I love Microsoft, just some of their presentations really aren't memorable. Except for last year, they revealed Halo Infinite, which was, a big deal. But they didn't show any gameplay. It was just like a cinematic announcement trailer, which was perfectly fine. So what are we going to see this year? They're probably talking more about Gears 5, games that we already know. Definitely Halo Infinite. Like, I won't know way to do that, but I'm going to talk about Halo Infinite now. Halo Infinite, pretty much Halo 6. We know it's going to be a follow-up to Halo 5. Obviously with Master Chief. They're probably gonna just hopefully reveal gameplay, maybe give a release date. Talk about the story. I mean, it's just gonna be like a lot of information on it. We do know that they're revealing like a lot of new titles, so it's not gonna be mainly focused on things we already know. Luckily, so we're gonna see probably like a good mix of good stuff. Or of like new stuff. I don't know why I said good because I was thinking something else. My mind's all over the place right now. I know I'm talking kind of like slow and not right, but my mind's over the place because there's so much that could happen. I'm trying to think of all the possibilities kind of like at once right now. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get a good mix of stuff that we already know and new stuff. But going back to Halo, what I want to see from this game. So the way the trailer implied from last year, it looks like it's gonna be kind of open world ish. So we're for sure going to see if that's true or not, because it's been an entire year by now. Like, and there's been no word on it. That's kind of a crazy thing. I remember when it was revealed too, and now just a whole year later with nothing. But I bet they've been working on it. Just to, it's just to let us know that something's coming, which was good. They probably needed traffic. Kind of like that from last year. The presentation wasn't the greatest last year. I enjoyed it, but like I said, I don't remember much from it. Even though I'm more of an Xbox guy than PlayStation, I remember more of PlayStations. Like, they had the whole, like, Last of Us, like, guitar performance. They had the flute guy. There was the one samurai game that kind of looked like Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, but it's a different samurai game. There was the one game where, like, the character was like controlling things with, like, her mind. Last of Us 2, obviously. There's some weird, like, VR stuff. So I'm not here to talk about E3s or Sony's last E3. What is happening? Sorry, Sony's last E3 conference, especially since they're not going to have one this year. So what I want from Halo Infinite, I want an open world. I actually think that would be pretty unique and cool. But the way I imagine it's structured, right? Kind of like a Far Cry type thing, which pretty much like any open world game. It's not really that different, but I feel like there could be like a cool thing where they'll have a balance of like the main missions. They'll have like cool side missions. There could be like maybe like bunker type things you can raid that'll be filled with like grunts and elites and just a bunch of enemies. I think they could have a neat system like that. I feel like Halo has not fallen off, in my opinion. It maybe wasn't as good as it was, but falling off was not the right term, in my opinion. Halo 5 was really... I loved Halo 5. The story was pretty good. Like I said, maybe not as good as some past ones, but I don't want to just compare, Kind of want to think of it on its own thing. The multiplayer was really fun. I mean, Halo multiplayers have never not been fun, at least for me. That's something... Even when they switched from Bungie to 343, they kept the multiplayer as intriguing and really fun, in my opinion. So I know I feel like the story mode is going to be like the highlight of this one. Honestly, I have a good feeling about it. Obviously, the multiplayer is going to kill, as always. At least I for sure hope. I don't see how they can mess it up now. 343, they've had 2 Halos under their belts already, which is 4 and 5. In which I love the multiplayers of both. But there was backlash against 5. Like, I mean, I guess there were some multiplayer and campaign issues people had. That's why I said it wasn't as good as previous ones. And there was not split screen. I don't know. I don't know if there even is still no split screen for Halo 5. That's always been like a traditional part of Halo, So they'll probably bring that back with Infinite. Probably have like the usual modes with some new cool stuff. Hopefully they'll have Infected like usual. That's always been one of my favorites since in 4 and 5. So I just feel like we're just gonna get like a nice like open world esque type feel. If it's like a traditional mission system, maybe with more like open areas, that'd be cool. Kind of like Halo Combat Evolved. That game had really open areas for the missions. Other ones are more linear, which is I'm cool with either one. I prefer the linear Halo story missions myself, but whatever. We'll see what happens to this game. But what else do I expect to see from Microsoft? That's what I don't know. Except for stuff where they're pretty predictable. No, they didn't announce last year that they're working with like a bunch of like new publishers, so we're gonna see probably a lot more, and like publishers and developers and companies, not just publishers. So we're most definitely gonna see a lot of stuff that they've been working on with them, because they announced like a bunch of companies they were working with. So that's like, I feel like they're gonna have some big stuff to come out of there. And just hair on my computer. I mean, we'll see what these companies can bring, because it was like 8 or 10? God, I don't know why I'm even gonna try to guess the number. So really, I just don't know what we're gonna get with them. It's one of those things where it's like hit and miss. Like I have more I actually have thoughts on the other companies. So Microsoft, what we could see like a new Banjo Kazooie or something like that. They could do another thing like that, like they did with Bethesda, and like they could have a company that's presenting and announce their game on their conference, and they'll talk about it more later. That was a really cool thing they did last year, by the way, with Fallout 76. Regardless of how the game turned out, people's opinions on it, it was a neat thing that they did. So maybe we'll do something like that again. Oh, this is a big one. I forgot about this. They are rumored to announce a new console, which, in my opinion, it's stupid. We've had the Xbox One X, or for like only like a couple of years now, even if that, like a year and a half ish. Either way, it has not been too long, and like it's a good console. Like personally, I don't see myself ever buying one, but like it has 4K, right? It's a lot more sleek and small than the original Xbox. I don't see why they need a new one already. But then again, to be fair, we know that next-gen consoles are on the horizon. They're not too far off, because we know for sure Sony's working on the PlayStation 5, or the next PlayStation console. That's confirmed. There are details about it already that came out like a few weeks ago, or last month. So we know for a fact that we're getting next-gen consoles soon. So it would make sense, but like how next-gen are they going to get already than what we have now? Or like especially someone on like the Xbox One X, like it runs 4K. It can do a lot more than the original supposedly. I mean, I'm not like a big buyer on that, but that's a whole other conversation. Next gen consoles. So they are rumored to do that, but it's just a rumor. I mean, not like I will touch on some rumors before getting to more of them later. So yeah, as much as I'm excited, because like I mainly play on Xbox, but yeah, I don't have much to say because I just don't know what they're gonna show. It's a complete mystery. So let's move on. Sorry if I repeated myself a lot. Definitely feel like I did. So next, later that night, June 9th. Bethesda. I have some good hunches on what they're gonna show. It's pretty obvious. I mean, it's pretty obvious. These aren't like very like super like original, like original predictions, because it's Bethesda. We already kind of know what's going on with them. I'll explain. So we got a good bit of information last year with Fallout 76. That was like their main thing. Now we don't know the big game that's coming out next. We know they're working on was it like StarCraft? If that's the name, it was pretty much like Fallout in space, Skyrim in space. It's like their RPG, action RPG, but in space. Like they've had one in medieval times, post-apocalyptic, war times, or actually no, Wolfenstein is not it's not the same style as Fallout and Skyrim. That's a first-person shooter. Really, it's more of a matter of them, dipping into like a bunch of different time periods, like I said, medieval, post-apocalyptic, like World War II. I don't know where you'd place Doom. It takes place in hell, so it could be literally at any point. So Bethesda, we don't know the big game that's coming out next. I mean, you could say Doom Eternal, which I'm personally really excited for, by the way, but that's not like a huge title. I mean, it is like it's gonna be like a triple. That's a lie. It's a pretty big title, but not something like Elder Scrolls or Fallout big. But it's not far behind. That's not to downplay it, because Doom 2016 is I absolutely love that game. I have it on Switch. I know I played it on Switch first, and I'll definitely be getting Eternal on Switch, unless they somehow mess up and it looks bad on there. But they made the original Doom look good, so I bet it'll be fine. So, predictions. Definitely, I mean, this isn't a prediction, this is confirmed. Doom Eternal, we're going to see more on that. What I want from Doom Eternal, we know there's going to be new guns, so we don't have to, ask for, oh yeah, like new weapons. They're going to have all crazy kind of stuff. Like, they're going to have like new kinds of demons, obviously. So, an issue I had with the first one, it just got too like repetitive at a point. I feel like they need to keep it interesting. They need to change it up more throughout the story. Maybe have a slightly more engaging story, but at the same time, it's just a game where you kill demons in super gory ways. So the story's not. I didn't pay attention to the minimal story that was in 2016. In the minimal story, that's not like a problem. Because I didn't care. I didn't care if it was like I would have paid if it was a complex story. But maybe they could give like something a little more incentive to keep up with the campaign. Maybe something like a little more interesting. I feel like they could tie that in easily. But I mean, there's not much to expect from Eternal, really. Like, we know it's probably going to be like really good. It's going to have like great music. It's going to have great weapons and gore. It's going to be insanity. I don't have any doubts for that game, for based on 2016. Fallout, no way. I don't think we're going to get any Fallout information. Maybe at the very least, they'll talk about maybe they're gonna bring some like updates to Fallout 76. But there was Fallout 4 in 2016, or is that 2015 or 14? No, let me look this up. I am drawing a blank here. I'm pretty sure it was 2016. Let's see, or 2015. My bad. It was indeed 2015. So, with that only a few years ago in Fallout 76, there's no way we're getting into Fallout. I mean, I don't even why I'm even question. I think that's obvious that we're not gonna get a Fallout. But like I said, we could get some updates on 76. Elder Scrolls 6. I think we're going to get an update on that. But also, if there isn't one, I won't be mad or disappointed, because if they were only willing to show a teaser, just because fans have been asking for it for years now, but it's a big series. Skyrim took a long time to develop, and that came in 2011. And I mean, it's also, it's not like they've been working on Elder Scrolls 6 since 2011 when Skyrim released. Like they could have took like a couple years off before they even started 6, which I wouldn't blame, because Elder Scrolls games, they're huge to make. They take a lot of developers, a lot of time, just so much has to go into it. So, if we do get information on that, like, it's one of those things where I won't be disappointed if there isn't any new information. Like, I won't be disappointed, surprised, but I also expect it too at the same time. So it's just completely, it could go either way for me. I'm cool. Obviously, I want them to talk about it, because Skyrim is one of my favorite games of all time. And look, I have not delved too much into the rest of the Elder Scrolls series. I bought Oblivion a while back, but I've barely played that. I need to try it again. When I did play, I just didn't like it. That's not to say I won't give it another try, because I for sure will. I suppose that's the point. So, legitimately, do I think we're going to get any information? No, I don't. But I'm very hopeful. And I also wouldn't be surprised if there is information. At least maybe a little bit of gameplay or another trailer showing off more about it. Because all we got last year was literally just like an open world and the text Elder Scrolls 6. There's another thing with Halo. Like it was just like a cinematic trailer just revealed, and then that's it. That's all we know. But Elder Scrolls is more larger and hard to make than Halo, so I don't know how comparable that is. StarCraft, I actually do think I definitely predict and think it's legitimate that we'll get more information on this. I think, look, they had what they're mostly known for is Skyrim and Elder Scrolls. Wow, that came out wrong. Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So I think right now, since that's all they've been for the most part lately, for the exception of like Doom and some other stuff, like like Wolfenstein, Prey. Prey is a Bethesda game, right? Regardless. Also, Rage 2. I think that's out already. But I feel like that's what they're most known for, is really Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So I think before they go into that series again, I think they actually will release StarCraft first, just to give themselves more, more publicity for other stuff they do. But their other stuff is very popular. Like Wolfenstein is popular, Doom 2016, but I think it goes without saying that their other shit. I'm not gonna say them again, but the two series, those are more popular. So I think it's like a good thing to go from making like a few of those games and taking a break with like Wolfenstein, Rage, Doom, and then having StarCraft, like a new big RPG or action RPG, and then going back to one of their big things like Fallout or Elder Scrolls. In this case, it'd be Elder Scrolls. So I feel like they're gonna they're going to release StarCraft first, if that's what it's called. I probably sound stupid. I'll look it up right now just to be sure. StarCraft. Okay. StarCraft. Wow, that is not the game. That is like an MMO or something. I knew I was wrong. Bethesda Starfield. That's it. It's Starfield. I knew it was something Star. Wow. I people watching are so confused, like StarCraft. That's literally an MMO. My apologies, but I believe I did say if it wasn't that, you know what I mean. Besides a Star game, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I predict that we will see that, and then Elder Scrolls 6. But I think we'll without a doubt get information on Starfield. Besides that, we could see a new IP, but I believe that's unlikely. I think they're at this point they're very busy with Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, and who knows what else they're working on. So I'm doubtful that we'll see a new IP. But by that I mean like something we completely don't know about, like Starfield. That's like a new IP. But I mean like something that we literally have not heard a word of from them. So I think we're gonna get stuff that we already know about, which is fine, as long as they make it really interesting. Because that's what they've done previous years, with the exception of Fallout 76 and other stuff. Well, what's this? Yo, Samuel L. Jackson shouted out Reggie on a video like promoting E3. That's really funny. That's hilarious. Shout out to Reggie and Samuel L. Jackson, legends. Okay, so after Bethesda, we have wait for it. Actually, I need to. Oops. Developer Digital. I'm gonna go through this quick. Last year there was the one. It was that one like 2D shooter game. I think it was like the name of it. It started something with like an R. It was like it involved a dude with like bananas. Like what I'm talking about. It was only a game last year that I was interested in. That game looks cool though. That's already like released now, or it's coming out later this year. That's the only memorable thing that they had from last year, and it was just in general like a really strange conference. I remember. So for them, I don't have any predictions. I mean, maybe they'll have a cool indie game. Are they in an indie company? Sorry if that's wrong. So literally, I don't know what to expect from them. We could get anything. Sorry, Developer Digital. I don't know like anything about you guys. Okay, Monday, the next day of E3, Ubisoft. Okay, Ubisoft. Ubisoft's kind of notorious for pumping out its low quality games every year, like the Assassin's Creed series and Far Cry. But Far Cry is not low quality in my opinion. Anyway, we do know for a fact that they are going to reveal Watch Dogs 3 at E3 at their press conference. Now, Watch Dogs 1 was honestly an amazing game in my opinion. I know it was hated a lot, but I absolutely love that game. Watch Dogs 2, majority of people think that one, the second one's better, but I actually did not like Watch Dogs 2. I mean, I guess I do have to give it another chance at some point and be fair about it, but I wasn't a fan. So Watch Dogs 3. Now, I think there were some details leaked about it. I think it was just like the main character you play as. I don't know the setting or anything about it. I don't know if I'll buy this game because I kind of wasted my money, with the second one because I didn't like it. So with this one, I just want like a better story because the story was really what kind of killed it for me too. And the environment, I mean, sure, I know Ubisoft, at least in my opinion, they're actually pretty good with open worlds and making them look really nice. So I think they'll choose a good place and hopefully a better plot and not just fall into the. I'm gonna throw up. That's a lie, I'm not. But I just hope they don't fall into the trap with this series of just making it just like average and being okay with that. I feel like that's kind of what they did with 2, and hopefully they don't think that's okay. They're probably gonna talk about the new. Are you gonna upload the full thing? You mean like, am I gonna? Wait, I'm also hi Cosmic, or my distorted mind, whatever you want to go by. I don't know exactly what you mean by the full thing. Oh, if you mean like my like. Okay, yeah, I actually don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to clarify. Where is I? Oh yeah, it's like they'll talk about a new Assassin's Creed, which I don't care about. They had Origins in 2017, which was the Egyptian one, and that one was actually it was better than the recent ones because they took a year off from 2016, but then they went to the same exact thing with 2018. They released Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was another just average, already forgotten about game. Origins got like it was the most buzz I heard about an Assassin's Creed game in years. So that proves if they just don't reveal one, take 2019 off and put out like a really good one in 2020, that would be great. There is a rumor that Ubisoft's gonna reveal a new Rainbow Six game. My friend sent me an article about it. It's just a rumor. Let me see. Okay. Let's see right here. I'm gonna have to go a bit up in our chat. Where is it? Okay, yeah, Rainbow Six Quarantine, which is based off the rumors. It's a sci-fi like cooperative shooter. Now in Rainbow Six Siege, they had an outbreak mode like last year where you you fought aliens, and the title seems kind of reminiscent of that, so that'd be cool because I really enjoyed that mode. But again, this is literally just a rumor. So I mean, that's all we know about it. Supposedly they're gonna have a quarantine game, or a game called Rainbow Six Quarantine. It's gonna be a like a sci-fi shooter type thing, which is, I mean, I love Rainbow Six Siege, so. I mean, I don't know, It's, hold up. Apologies, be back. So where was I with Ubisoft? Yeah, the Rainbow Six Siege quarantine game. That could be cool. I'm definitely down for that. Now, in terms of new games, now something I'll give to Ubisoft, they're actually usually they're pretty diverse with the games. Like, like they make like open world games. Like they make actually what else? I mean, they made a lot of the Mario Rabbids games for like RPGs. I believe they made the South Park games too. So, I mean, like they're pretty good at being diverse with games. I can give them that. So I definitely feel we'll see some new IPs from Ubisoft. I just all I can hope for and expect is that we don't see any Assassin's Creed. All we know for a fact, as far as I know, is Watch Dogs 3, which I'm hopeful for. I don't want to be pessimistic about it whatsoever. So we'll see on that. But Ubisoft, their conference last year was whatever. So we'll see on that. All right. Now next, all right. Sorry if I'm not saying too much. I mean, there's just not a ton to say, really. So next, Square Enix. Square Enix, known for making just RPGs. That's literally all they are, which isn't a bad thing because they're good at it. So with Square Enix, we're just gonna see more RPGs. Really, I mean, we could see like Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. We could see, like new RPGs. We could see more Final Fantasy. Maybe they'll talk about Final Fantasy 7 remake more. I know there was a trailer for it recently that showed more. So I definitely feel we're getting information on that. I don't think that's really debatable, especially with the trailer that came out, since it was promoted on Sony's YouTube. Actually, I think since they're not presenting, where else is it gonna be? Since it's Square Enix and it's Final Fantasy. Wait, Final Fantasy is Square Enix, right? I know they are, but I need to make sure. Final Fantasy. Oh, I spelled that wrong in Google. Let's see. Let me just. Boom. That is their game, right? Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was questioning. I don't know. Sometimes I get paranoid like this. So yeah, like I said, definitely we're gonna see a Final Fantasy 15 stuff. Like last year, their conference, it left me just, it was boring last year. Thinking I'm not big into RPGs. Like there's like a great handful I enjoy, and I enjoy like RPG elements into like action games. Like, that's why like I love action RPGs, like something like Skyrim. Like a traditional RPG, like the only one like I absolutely like love are like Pokemon. There are others like I like, but there's there's still like a point where it's not for me. So there's not a lot of prediction from Square Enix besides like Final Fantasy and just maybe like some new RPGs or some neat stuff like that. I'm sorry, Square Enix, I don't have a lot to say about you guys. So moving on from that. the Nintendo Direct. This is the last press conference. What are we gonna see in the Nintendo Direct? We had the Super Mario Maker Direct a couple weeks ago. We had the Pokemon Direct 2 days ago. What is Nintendo going to pull out this time? All right. I feel if they are ready just to give 2 games their own Direct each, I feel like maybe they'll be saving a lot for this one. Now, legitimate predictions. I'll get right into that. I want to get into that. Animal Crossing. I 100% think we're gonna get Animal Crossing. It's been, I don't know how long now since it was first revealed. I think they've been working hard on the game. I feel like that'll be the main focus of their Direct, to be completely honest. Or really, what was actually likely? This is what I think is likely, even more. Most of these make sense. Both of these would make sense. Either we're gonna get a majority of the Nintendo Direct, or I'm not calling it their presentation because it is, but they just call it like a Direct because it's what it is. They just put it on E3. So with this Direct, we're either gonna get, I feel, mainly an Animal Crossing push, and that'll be like the main focus of it, or it'll be, we'll just get like an announcement trailer with like some game, or not announcement, more just like a new trailer with some gameplay, just showing off a bit, and then we'll get like an Animal Crossing Direct like later this year, like a couple months from now or so. I think both of those are pretty likely, because we already know some stuff's coming out. Like we have Mario Maker 2 that's coming out this month. There's Astral Chain they're working on. We know Bayonetta 3 is coming. Like, we know big games are coming. There's Link's Awakening later this year. I don't know what other big stuff there, but like, I don't think they're gonna announce too many big titles. We know we're not gonna get Metroid Prime 4 information since the develop was restarted recently. They I can't remember who they were with before, but now they're working with Retro Studios. So I don't think it's been enough time to show information on that game, but maybe they kept a good bit of the same stuff from the previous people they were working with. Who knows? But I'm really doubtful for Metroid Prime. But Animal Crossing, it's really likely. Because, like I said, it's been months. It said, the real trailer, it said 2019. And if it didn't lie, we are still getting it this year. So far, we don't know of any delay. So, luckily, there is a really good chance for Animal Crossing. We're definitely going to get stuff on Luigi's Mansion 3, because that's going to be playable at the actual, after the conferences are over, like, from June, 11th to, the 13th, when, the actual convention of E3, takes place, when people, play games and stuff. So that's playable, so we're going to get more information on that. That'll probably have an October release, because it's, it's Luigi's Mansion, right? It's creepy. The first one that got a remake on 3DS, that released in October of last year. So we'll for sure see stuff on that. We could get a bit more stuff on Astral Chain, because that's coming out in August. I see that likely. Ooh, a new Smash character announcement. I feel like that's kind of a given too, to be honest, because look, I don't know, alright? Joker's been released. We know they're releasing characters, 4 more characters, through the first couple months or so of 2020, and it's been a good bit. It's definitely time for reveal. I feel like that's a given. Now there's a rumor that Banjo-Kazooie is going to be revealed for Smash. There's been apparently there were some somewhat credible leaks. I didn't look at them or look into them, but I heard that. So I'd be okay with it, but legitimately, I really want Master Chief more in Smash. But Banjo-Kazooie is more of a Smash Bros. Type character. So unfortunately, there's way more of a chance for Banjo than Master Chief. I know it does pain me to say, because I love Master Chief and would rather have him. But I wouldn't be mad if Banjo was in. I've never played a Banjo-Kazooie game. That's a lie. I played Nuts and Bolts once, and apparently that's like a really bad one. So I mean, it's a given. New Smash character. But there's been so many leaks where I'm like, okay, that actually looks like pretty credible, but then it ends up not being true. So I don't believe in this leak or rumor, because I've there's so many convincing ones, and they always end up being fake majority of the time. So besides that, I think we're gonna get Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion 3, some Astral Chain stuff. I mean, one of those is a given, which is Luigi's Mansion 3. They could they could reveal Pikmin 4. Oh, that's just a joke. Really, what else? I think get something. No, we're not gonna get something on Mario. We have Mario Maker 2 coming out later this month. God, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. That's a lie. I'm not gonna throw up. I lied again. My apologies. So, what else does Nintendo have? I mean, we're not gonna get Zelda. We have Link's Awakening coming out. I mean, they could show more on that maybe. But like, there's gonna be nothing new, like nothing brand new that we already know. I'm trying to think. Like, they could make like a new like WarioWare game, or not WarioWare. Maybe like a Wario Land. Usually around this time, I'm seeing like, you know, those are my fake 4chan leaks, but I have not seen any of those across Twitter recently. So maybe I feel like that's kind of weird actually, because usually I see a good bit of those, or maybe I'm just not looking hard enough for them. But new IPs, like I really can't predict anything. I mean, like, what characters? I mean, a new Mario Kart's not likely. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that's still good and popular. There's no need for a new one, you know? Being honest, yeah, I really don't know how much more like they could reveal. Alright, I'm gonna make a wild prediction, alright? It's gonna be a new Wario Land game for the Switch. Alright? I said it now. Now, I know there's long-running desire for Switch themes. Maybe they'll finally do Switch themes for the background, so it's not just black and white. It's kind of boring. I know you can homebrew and mod the Switch to get it, but that's not what I want to do. I don't want to mess my Switch up. So besides that, I know this is a prediction. I'm really not predicting a lot, but a lot of companies are just very unpredictable this year. You know, majority of the stuff I said was kind of just like hopes and dreams, and even at that, I don't know. There's just not a ton gaming wise right now. Obviously, my excitement is, you know, up as always for this, as E3 as it always is. So it's not an issue of excitement. It's just absolute confusion and not knowing what we're gonna get. Going into this E3 very mysterious. That's just how it's gonna be this year. That's why I barely have any predictions. There's just not a lot going on, like rumor and hype wise, which isn't a problem because I'm still hyped myself. Just see what we're gonna get. This could be good though, because like we could get like completely blown away because we just don't know what's gonna happen. So right now I want to talk about some rumors. Just kind of keep this going for a bit more. Want to talk about? I just want to. I'm just gonna look at articles and rumors and just discuss them really. I'm not gonna pull it up on here because, yeah. Let's see what's going on. I have not been keeping up, so let's see. It's gonna be a new some news for me. The new Tales RPG will be Tales of. Okay, this doesn't interest me. I'm sorry. Remaster. Yeah, there's the Rainbow Six Siege spin-off news right there. Or rumor, sorry. Ninja City reveals new multiplayer game, Bleeding Edge. Oh, alright, so Microsoft teased out they're going to showcase 14 first-party Xbox sales during E3. That's pretty good, alright. New Alien games was going to be revealed. Xbox reveals gamer tag changes. What? Okay. So, Watch Dogs 3, it's not called Watch Dogs 3, it's called Watch Dogs Legion. That's, I guess, what's confirmed looking at this article. Or or an Amazon UK listing spoiled it. So yeah, Watch Dogs Legion, that's very likely. Destiny 2 stuff. Death Stranding release date. That already has a release date. It's coming out later this year. By the way, now that I have PS4, I can actually get this game. I don't know if I will get it though. I don't know if it's my kind of game. Who knows? At least one action Xbox console. Yeah, there's Xbox thing again. More powerful Xbox One S and X variations. That's okay. We do know that next gen's on the horizon, so won't be surprised. Microsoft's supposed to bring back the Fable series. Man, I have wanted to play the Fable games. I should really get on that. This article says that like Nintendo was supposedly gonna announce a new Switch, like a new Switch version after E3. That doesn't make any sense. I'm on GameSpot, so I don't know. I don't know how credible or good this is. And it's just rumors. It doesn't have to be credible. Ooh, the Avengers game. I forgot to go back. That's going back on Square Enix. The Avengers project. This was a game that was teased like I don't know how late. Sorry, this music might be loud. Alright, it might be too low now. Whatever. So the Avengers game, there was like a weird cinematic trailer shown for it. Was it like 2017, 18? It's been a while. There's not been anything on this game, but it's been confirmed that it's going to be talked about. Now probably at Square Enix a presentation, because we know Square Enix is either making it or publishing, or I don't know, they're doing something. They're involved with it, though. We know that. What I hope for this game, I hope it's like a Spider-Man PS4 type game where it's more like I just hope it's not like a more top-down game, kind of like Ultimate Alliance. Or I said that weird, Ultimate Alliance. That's not this Ultimate Alliance. I'm very excited for the third one. I really love the first two, but I just feel like we're gonna get something different. Oh, Paul, please don't let it be like an RPG game. You know, kind of like a Mario Rabbids type looking thing, but with like Marvel characters. I'd be so angry. Or it could be like Kingdom Hearts, where it's like action RPG, which would be similar to Ultimate Alliance, but maybe it's just not as top down, more like third person, like what I'm trying to say, where it's more like up close. Let me try and look at another article. And they're probably talking about the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I touched on that in the Mecon report. There's Halo Infinite got an announcement on Microsoft's press conference last year, but essentially nothing else. It was really intended to reveal the game's new Swift-based engine. We know the game will put messages back in Spotlight, because Halo Infinite still appears to be quite early in development. Anything more than a snippet of a campaign level of a cinematic trailer further detailing the story is unlikely. Yeah, that's the thing. It's mostly not gonna. It's Halo Infinite. No way it's gonna be releases. I wouldn't say revealed, but it was revealed last year. I really doubt it's going to be announced this year. What I keep saying announced. It's going to be released this year. But then again, it could be one of those things where, it's not like they always have to, they could do a thing where they show like a big cinematic trailer and then just straight up, show some gameplay and release it this year. Like it doesn't have to be like the traditional cinematic. Wait a while, maybe show some gameplay. Wait even longer, and then release it. We don't know what their schedule's gonna be. I just say because I don't want to wait like another I don't like the idea of it being still like really early development, because I'm dying for a new Halo really. Ghost Recon Breakout. Never been a fan of those games. Not that I don't dislike them. Yeah, there's the FIFA confirmation. Yeah, there's. I'm on the article. There's a Madden FIFA confirmation. Not that it was gonna be a surprise, but still funny. There's Doom Eternal, Darksiders Genesis, Dying Light 2. Ooh, I'm hyped for that. I don't know which one that would be revealed at. It could be probably Xbox. Dying Light. I don't own the first one. I played a good bit, and I know there are a lot of zombie games out there. They become maybe generic and stale, but Dying Light was honestly one of the favorites I've ever played. I thought it was just very unique the way you could just kind of like run around cities and, I don't know, super unique. The second one, I could have sworn that's already been like released, but dang, I can't believe it's been that long time since it's been revealed. There's Borderlands 3, that's coming out in September. Call of Duty. I don't worry about the Avengers game right here. Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics have previously announced the Avengers project, and its final name has been revealed as Marvel's Avengers. Okay, hold up. My apologies. So, it's being called just Marvel's Avengers, which people are kind of theorizing that it might be a part of the Spider-Man PS4 universe, because that one's called Marvel Spider-Man. This is Marvel's Avengers. That could be actually really cool. Yeah, it's confirmed to be in Square Enix conference. An action adventure title with single player and cooperative elements as well as continuous gameplay. Certainly sounds like one of the biggest games the publisher has ever released, and we'll see what exactly form it takes during the Square Enix press conference. Yeah, so action adventure. So it's not, from the looks of that, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a Ultimate Alliance 3 type thing. That make no sense, since Ultimate Alliance 3 is literally coming out this year. What was it? Oh yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. That game looks really amazing. I mean, I don't have a lot to say on it right now because there's been like very minimal gameplay and information. Yeah, this is all stuff like we know about. Yeah, there's the quarantine thing. Rainbow Six Siege is 94 years old, and it appears Ubisoft's ready to move on to the next entry in its tactical shooter franchise. The shooters reportedly were titled Rainbow Six Siege Quarantine, and is focused on cooperative shooting rather than competitive multiplayer. No footage of the title has been revealed thus far, but it was apparently made after the cancellation of a separate science fiction game. I feel like this would be kind of like a cool spin-off game. I don't think it would replace Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six is still very popular. I play that game often. That's one of my favorite games. Like right now, and it has been for like the past year at this point. And I could definitely see him making it into one of my favorite games of all time, like top 20 for sure. By the time it runs over. Great game by the way, Rainbow Six Siege. Where was I? I accidentally canceled the article. A Ubisoft role-playing game. See that? Yeah, that's what I mean. We're probably gonna get something new like that. Wolfenstein Youngblood and Cyberpilot. It's gonna be another Wolfenstein game. Roller Champions. Forza 8. Cool. There's more Fable. Animal Crossing, Super Mario Maker 2, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah, this is just. Yeah, there's really not a lot of rumors. The Final Fantasy 7 remake. Oh, Wolfenstein 3. Oh, this is just a thing what we want to see. This isn't. I don't think that's like they've been like. 2 just came out like not that long ago. Oh, these people want. I'm not against, by the way. I'm in their part. These people want to see Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2. Okay. Well, Bayonetta 3, I really hope we get information on that. Nier 3. Oh, I forgot that Nier Automata is like Nier 2. I have Nier Automata. And I need to play the game more. Okay. All right, they have a section that says games that won't be there. Starfield, Elder Scrolls. So you don't know that. Come on, you can't make these bold claims. You don't know. Okay, this article says that we won't be seeing it, but it doesn't say how they know. I have not seen anything that confirms that. I don't know. I don't know about these guys. If it's true, then it will actually make me really sad because I really want to see something Elder Scrolls. I won't be surprised if it's still like years from now, but I don't want to wait any longer. I don't think anyone does. I need to play more Nier Automata. I love it. I've played. They say Beyond Good and Evil 2 is not going to be there. Oh, Skull and Bones. Oh, I thought the game came out, which didn't do good. Death Stranding, Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, those are PS4 games. Ghost of Tush. I'm not gonna say, and you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's a game I was talking about earlier where it kind of looks like Sekiro, but it's not. Since that's all Sony stuff, yeah, we're not gonna see it. I don't know. This article does not confirm how they know this, so I don't know if I can trust them. But if they're right, I don't see why they would, report like they know if they didn't. Who knows? Well, that's it. E3 starts tomorrow with EA, so it really starts Sunday with Microsoft. Now, I'm more excited to the post discussions, so because I know for sure what I have to talk about. So I'm gonna be more hyped to post E3 discussion stream and talk about everything. So I'm not gonna be doing any reactions, do it or anything, because I always I like to watch it by myself. I don't know, it's just kind of like a tradition for me. But I'm like I said, I'm super excited to discuss everything post E3. So that'll probably be the next time I see you all on here. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye.